So welcome to Scatter Chatter, Scattercast, Scatter Pratter, whatever
Prada.
this. that's a gainer suggestion. Scatter Pratter. Welcome to Scattercast, where we talk about games, geek culture, tech, and whatever Teddy has eaten this morning. With us, we have Gainer today. Say hi, Gainer. Stop,
Hello.
stop playing Street Fighter. All right, and then we have Theodius.
Hello, hello. Good to hear
And
you guys. How are you guys doing this wonderful evening?
very good, thank you. And then we got Poot Nannies. What's up, Poot?
Hey. Hey.
So hey guys, and
What's today?
Your
November
thing is
22nd,
all
2020,
hey,
episode 2.
we don't have to know our real date. This could go. It could be
Oh,
several days before it
for the
goes
week
online.
of,
The week
of
of
December.
November 22nd.
November.
December. Your
Yes,
shit.
in the future.
All right, yeah. So what have you guys all been up to? What have you guys been watching? What have you guys been playing? I've been collecting Happy Meal toys from McDonald's. They have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Rail.
Oh, yeah?
So since
Uh,
I love everything Disney, trying to collect them all, hunt them down at every McDonald's around town.
noise.
Yeah, I've been watching Queen's Gambit still, and
Now, what's that about? I haven't.
it's chess set in the '60s
Okay.
with I can't remember the actress's name, Taylor. Oh, I can't
Okay.
say it. I'll have to look it up now.
Swift?
No, Ann Taylor, something Ann Taylor. I can look
Ann
it up.
Taylor. It's not like
Isn't Ann Taylor?
this is not like clothing or
Oh,
take
and Taylor
pictures,
Loft or something.
takes pictures of
It's,
babies like in flowers.
her name is
Whoa.
Anya Taylor Joy.
Oh, never
She
heard of
has
that.
freakishly large eyes. She's in the
Oh,
Glass movie and
Is
Squid.
it that commercial where she goes,
she's in
no?
what's it called Alita, right? Big eyes.
No, those are fake big eyes.
No,
I
I
didn't
like
watch
the
that
Lita.
movie.
it was good. I
It
liked
was
I
it.
It
good.
scares me.
Edward
Wow.
Norton just makes a weird appearance all of a sudden at the end as the big bad guy. But Anya Taylor Joy, she was in Glass and she was in Split. She was the main girl.
Oh,
I
okay, yeah.
Okay, I watched Split, but I didn't watch Glass yet. For
Okay.
some reason, I just haven't.
Oh yeah, and you
Yeah,
love
I
that
haven't seen either of
series.
them yet.
Oh no, Split is good. Glass is worth watching just because of
the
to
Oh,
universe.
finish
wrapped
up
up
the
everything.
series. But
Did you see Bruce Willis's commercial? Oh
the Die
God,
Hard ones,
yes, for the Die Hard battery.
yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant they're gonna make
Oh,
a new
I
one.
was like, you know what? For the longest, I bet you that company wanted to get Bruce Willis's rights, and they couldn't afford it. Now they can finally afford Bruce Willis. Why? Because Bruce Willis is only making straight to Netflix movies.
yeah, just like Nicolas Cage.
I know.
So he's doing like a new martial arts movie.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
too
these,
old.
yeah, it's all
Oh,
these like washed up martial artists, and Nick Cage.
You guess who's doing the next Texas Walker?
Who is it? One of the
Jared
Supernaturals?
Padalecki.
He is. He's for sure gonna do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm like, no, you cannot compare to Chuck Norris. There's nothing. No.
He's
There's
not
no
an
memes
act.
about you.
He's not really an action star.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not. Well, I guess he did Supernatural. You can call that action, but Chuck Norris was known for his karate, and that's what made um, Texas Rain Walker a badass. It's like he's a cowboy that knows karate.
and then what else have I been watching? Same old anime shows. Watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
mhm.
I'm sure I'm pronouncing it incorrectly.
I'm behind still on that. I think I seen six was my last one, so I think I'm like two behind.
Oh, and Yasahime, which is good.
Now's the
Hmm.
time to be watching some.
Did you ever watch Inuyasha, guys?
Inuyasha? Yes, I did.
Okay, it's
Kagome.
you guys would like even though it's like three girls, it's not all the same characters, but they it has the same feel. It's got a lot of nostalgia, and then and of course Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Did you guys catch up?
I did just
not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Have you watched any of them, Poop?
No.
Do you have Disney Plus?
No, I
Uh,
have Apple TV or something.
oh, I heard Apple TV is supposed to have that show about the guy from America who goes coaches soccer. It's supposed to be really good. Justin
Yeah.
Sudeikis is in it.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Sudeikis from
Oh,
from Saturday Night Live. Justin Sudeikis. Let me see what the name of that show is.
No, I watched. Let's see, the other day I watched Terminator 1.
nah, good
Ah,
movie.
It's been like 20 years since I've seen it.
Could you imagine that
Every 20 years you watch it.
O.J. Simpson was originally up for that role
Really?
as the Terminator? Yep. And then Arnold won and they're like, you know what? Let's go with the winner of the Muscle Man competition. And so
That's
they picked Arnold instead of O.J. Simpson. And
Because Arnold gets straight up naked in the
yeah.
movie.
yeah, I mean, the memes of you remember that movie, The Terminator with O.J. Simpson? Yeah, he went all Terminator on what's her name, Ronald Goldman.
Oh
It
Oh.
would have been horrible.
no. Yeah, I would have ruined James Cameron's
Oh,
franchise.
that franchise would have been dead in the water.
At the time, Arnold had only done like the Conan movies, right?
No, he had
Had he
done
done
nothing.
Predator?
Terminator was his first role because he
No,
didn't have
no,
a
he
scene in
no.
that role.
He did Conan's first.
Not sure.
Yeah, 99%
Well,
sure he did the Conan movies first. At least the first Conan.
well, I'm
Yeah,
that
because he didn't
one
have to
percent that's
speak.
not sure, Larry.
You think he did Terminator first?
I thought it was.
Because Terminator was 84.
Let me see. Conan the
Conan the
Barbarian.
Barbarian was his first
See, yeah, Conan's 82.
82.
Oh no, 80, 81 or 82.
82.
Let's see. Um,
But he did just one of them and then he did Terminator.
it looks like, or might I wonder when he did Predator.
Predator was 88.
80s. Oh, okay, 87,
Actually, his
88.
first movie was Hercules in New York in 1970.
No, is that true?
Yes, yes, right
It's
here.
a real
New
movie.
York, yes, 1970. Then he did The Long Goodbye, Stay Hungry, The Villain, Scavenger
What?
Hunt.
And
Then he
then
did Conan the Barbarian.
Pumping Iron was 1977, and
Yeah,
then
it's a
Conan the
documentary
Barbarian in
about an
82.
actor.
Wow.
And then he did Terminator, Red Sonja, Commando, Red Radio, according to Wikipedia.com.
Wikipedia
So yeah,
doesn't
we were both wrong, Larry. Sorry,
Well,
but you were
Conan
more
was his
right than
first
I was.
big
You
role.
were closest without going over.
That's
All
Price is
right.
Right rules.
I've also been watching the Finland Saga.
Oh yeah, how
Oh,
far are you on that? Does it get better, or what do you think?
Yeah, I almost stopped watching it at first because it was like, it was like the little boy was just super annoying and
Yeah, yeah,
screaming all the time, and I was like, dude, I can't
yeah.
stand this.
It gets better.
And then yeah, it changes drastically. So now I think I'm on. Oh, I better refresh this. Pretty sure I'm on like. No, it says I'm only on 16.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're pretty far.
Yeah,
well,
Yeah,
how many episodes are there?
24.
yeah,
Oh, so it's almost done.
yeah. I like that one. And I'm watching. Oh, I was gonna say there's another show I just started, but I can't remember it. Oh, I want to start seeing HBO Max. They brought back the
Oh yeah,
Dark Materials.
his Dark
His
Materials.
Dark Materials. Yeah. So I really
What do you
want to
think
start
about
watching
HBO
that.
Max doing Last of Us series or announcing it?
I never got into that game.
Really?
Yeah,
Really good.
this wasn't my type of game. And then everybody, the whole thing when that on the last next one when that girl just came in and she looked like the Incredible Hulk.
What? This is
People
from the
complain
second one?
about-
Yeah, it's.
Well, she's
I
too
mean, it
buff.
seems forced to me. Like it's.
Yeah, they didn't do anything to build her, like bring her into the series to kind of like say, hey, new main character, who is she?
Oh,
No,
really?
she's in the
Part
first one.
two?
Huh?
She's
For
in the
part
first one.
two?
You mean? No, I know that there's a new girl that comes in.
Yeah, there's a new girl, but she's not like the main character.
Well, she's like you play as her.
Yeah,
And she's
she's
like
programmed her, but it doesn't mean she's all of a sudden the newest main character.
she plays like Triple H.
What? She's really buff or what?
Yeah,
She's definitely.
Is it?
seriously.
Is it a guy that's
Motion capping her? I think
is it a
so.
sex
No.
change, or is it a girl that just like has hormones or something like that.
She probably like China, what,
She's a
the hormonal
WWE.
bound.
How's wrestling today, Teddy?
It was okay. It was
Talking about hormones, there it goes.
it was Survivor Series, so they had a couple of pretty good.
Did you have anybody out of the tribe?
No, Uso lost. His team lost. Jay Uso's team lost. So Roman Reigns was kind of upset. But then Roman Reigns was wrestling Drew McIntyre and it was about to lose. But then Jay came out and helped him out. And so Roman Reigns and Jay are back on the same page. And Roman is still head of the table.
Was there like a ladder with a briefcase above?
No, no, no. There was the Money in the Bank winner match did win the Royal or the Raw tag team match, the Raw versus SmackDown tag team match type thingy deal.
Hmm?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I don't know what Survivor Series is. I'm sorry.
It's basically where the both brands, SmackDown and Raw, come together to see who's the best of the best.
Hmm.
The best of the best of the best, sir. With honor, sir. You know what that's from?
No. Robot
That
Chicken.
was, no. That was from Men in Black when
What?
Will Smith first gets to the tryout center and they're doing those tests, and he goes, "This guy is like the best of the best of the best, sir, with honor, sir," and he
Wow.
no idea what he's getting into.
Dropping some Men in Black quotes on us.
I do that from time to time.
How about games? You guys been playing anything this week?
I played some Fantasy Final Fantasy Star Online 2.
Which one? Fantasy Star Online 2?
Yeah.
So what systems is that out for right now? Just PC in
No,
America?
right now it's on PC and Xbox, of course, and it will be coming to the Switch. Don't know when, but and it may be on the Switch. It may be. Hopefully, it's not, but it may be streaming. That's what they're saying. It may be a
Oh,
streaming.
they don't think it's
One
gonna
already
run.
is streaming.
Yeah, the one in Japan is.
Oh,
And
it's
then,
streaming. It's not native
yeah.
on the system.
So and then it's going to come out for PlayStation in December 4 and
So
5.
that's weird to have to stream an online game that already has to be online.
Well, it cracked down on the only thing you have now is lag from your controller to what you call it. So you can team up a good party and you know that party's going to always have good connection.
So you have to connect to the computer, then that computer has to connect to the servers again to play the game
Yeah.
with everybody.
So it's like Stadia and whatever.
No, it's like, but there's like two. Well, I guess it's true. If you're gonna play an online game on Stadia,
Like
I guess.
no, because they say Controls actually streams really well on the Switch.
Oh. They I did see there was a deal for Stadia if you pre-ordered what was it? Oh, Cyberpunk. If you pre-order Cyberpunk, they're gonna give you a free Stadia Pro set, which came with the controller and a Chromecast Ultra. Is like worth $100 if you
I
bought a 60
pre-ordered
buck
it.
game. Cyberpunk
Yeah.
on the Stadia.
No, I pre-ordered it on PlayStation 4.
Did you really?
No.
So if you
Yeah.
want to borrow it, Leon, after I give it a try, you can borrow it and try the upgrades.
I want to play it. I don't know anything
I do.
about it. Have you guys been following it much? I really haven't.
I used to know back in the day when I was going to school, before I was going to homeschool and private school, I used to know about it because me and my brother were trying to get into it.
Cyberpunk?
Because it was
What kind of
Cyberpunk.
fun?
What was the other one? Dungeons and Dragons was the other big one.
Oh, you mean like
and
Shadowrun?
Shadowrun was the other big one. So it was those three. Those were the really big three one. And Shadowrun and
So
Cyberpunk were always it was a battle
Cyberpunk
between
is an
those two.
existing like IP, like there's already a
Yeah.
game. Oh,
Yeah,
I
And
didn't
it
know
goes back
this.
months and months and
Yeah.
years. It was a books and it was a role playing game too.
Really, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the guy who created it was the one that was. I don't know if you saw him. He was like doing all the interviews and stuff when Cyberpunk came to. What was it? Was it E3 when they finally showed like actual gameplay?
Mm-hmm.
So the
They
creator
were
of the
asking, like,
original.
They were interviewing him, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been writing it for years." And I think there's comic
Ah.
books too. Like,
Yeah, it's a huge genre. I mean,
I mean,
now
I
you
know
can
it's
go.
I know it's like a genre, like a style, but I
Yeah.
didn't know it was a.
No, not just the style. That Cyberpunk is the original Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. They kind of coined the term. It was there before, but when you think of Cyberpunk, people go back to
Blade
that.
Runner.
Yeah, his Who?
Blade Runner came out before the original Cyberpunk game.
Yeah, I mean, cyberpunk style, the cyberpunk look has been around, but I don't know if they called
Yeah,
it
but back
cyberpunk.
when Blade came out, they didn't call it Cyberpunk. There was really technically no name for it until that guy came out with Cyberpunk. Just like with steampunk, it was there. People didn't really have a name for it until somebody coined the term. This is steampunk, and then it started. Metroidvania, same thing. It wasn't
Mm.
there until it was there in some form until somebody went back and coined it.
So what's cyberpunk? Is it just completely open world, like a GTA game?
Yeah, it's basically GTA with augments and instead of buying a new car, you're actually augmenting yourself and RPG elements, kind of like what's the one they just came out with that kind of bombed
Cyberpunk
and
game?
no, it's the one where you're in the Oasis and Fallout.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. That was
So
like complete.
yeah, so you know how
Oh,
Fallout is an
36.
RPG shooter kind of. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was thinking because IGN reviewed it or had the 16-hour thing that they were talking about. They had 16
Hmm.
hours with it, and they're saying um, that it's not fast paced. So people thinking it's going to be like a first person shooter style. It's really not. It's more like an RPG.
Oh, okay.
So
And your choices matter. If you do
yeah.
something to somebody, just you like say that this person has a great augment on them. They have this awesome weapon that can do this. You can go through a mission and maybe they'll give you that weapon, or you can shoot them right there and take the weapon from them. Now you got that weapon, but they were probably going to give you a mission that gave you two other different weapons that are probably just as powerful. You know,
Is
so
it is there any online component or it's completely offline?
I guess there will be an online component, but right now, kind of like GTA 5,
Yeah.
where they first the game, then they're going to do their online with uh season pass and
Oh,
Apparently, like the prologue is a really long part of the game, and you don't get to control. You don't get to go into the city anytime you want. That's from what I understood. Until you finish that prologue, and then it's like GTA, where you
okay.
well,
can
no,
just
it
go anywhere you
depends.
want.
It depends. If you start off as a corporo, then you start off in the city because that's where you grew up. But if you start off as a street kid, then you start around the city, but you can't go into the major rich part of the city, and you can't go out into the Badlands yet. But if you start off as a Badlands person, then you're stuck in the Badlands for a little bit as a tutorial. Then you can go into the outer city, then the major city and stuff like that. So there's three paths, and two of them are cut off until you get past the tutorial.
How about Ghost
And then they
Runner?
merge.
Have you guys been hearing about that?
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago, and
Yeah.
I've had it on my wish list, but I don't know. I might get it. It looks like what's that game?
It's first person, right? Like a
Yeah.
parkour, like Mirror's Edge
Yeah,
kind of thing?
Mirror's Edge. Yeah,
Major air is
Yeah.
this
one hit
katana.
combat.
Yeah.
And if they shoot you one time, you're dead.
Oh, it's
You
just
have to,
one hit?
yeah.
Oh, that's kind of neat. You're
You
always
have
on
to you
edge.
have to run time and sort of make your way around the character and zip to them and slice them and then move around. If you get shot, it's done.
That's kind of neat. What's
What
up
was
with.
that one that was set to rhythm? The first person shooter, John Paul, that
Oh,
we're
I don't
talking about.
remember the name.
I thought it was really cool because it was set to
Oh, the music
Yeah, it
one?
looks like Doom
yeah
2016, but
yeah
it's like beats.
You have to, like, you have to reload to the beat and everything to the beat,
reload,
right?
dodge, shoot,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Now we just need a RPG, turn-based RPG to rhythm.
Well, we have the
Turn based though.
Yeah, you can do it. The song's always steadily playing in the background, and depending on, say, if you're waiting and you say, "Okay, I want to wait for the riff because I know I can get multiple hits because it's a little bit faster," and the beats drop quicker than doing with the chorus, which has a slower beat, and then I get less hits, but I can block more, and it gives the enemies less hits.
Well, I think it's kind of like what they did with Super Mario RPG and some with Earthbound, Mother series. How you the beat, you have to like the timing of
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
but the timing would be a constant thing in this game.
So
There,
I
it
don't
would
want
just
to see where I have to select my down to defend, push the button all to a beat. And part of when I play an RPG is that it's slower and I don't have to worry about all those different things.
well, not necessarily what we would call Final Fantasy 6 in here or 3 in Japan, where when you had to put the inputs in for the different characters.
Yeah,
One
that's
guy
fine.
had pummel, you had to go back forward, B button and
Yeah,
then put the movie. It still was a relaxing game, but it broke up the monotony of just sitting there
but I'm
pushing.
saying though, if the whole game is done to rhythm, then
I can see like maybe like an Undertale kind of style because a
But it's
lot
still
of
turn based.
but turn based, yeah, but not like a grindy game because I think that'd get boring really fast or get annoying really fast.
Yeah, the music would gonna get repetitive. You're like,
And that's just
oh,
bad, but yeah, you wouldn't want to fight anymore. Like, man, I have to do it again. But like Undertale, I mean, you don't fight all the time. But when you do, it's always like a mini boss battle. It's always like a
yeah.
purpose to it. So I could see like a rhythm game
And
in something
I
like
would
that.
do it where everybody instrument is like you would have your rogue, which he'd be a drummer, perfect, because rogue,
Yeah.
they carry daggers, drummers carry drumsticks. Your bass character would probably be like the 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 tank because bass line always carries rhythm.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You should
make it
make it,
like
Teddy.
that. So when during battle, you have your person carrying the bass line and your drummer, which is your DPS, hitting pretty hard, doing a lot of damage per second. You have your guitar player who's your bard healer or whatever, mage maybe.
So,
Guitar, yeah, mage.
so how is Stadia doing? Do you guys know?
Hmm.
So,
Started off bad, but I don't know where it's at now.
because do you have to buy? You have to buy every game full price, right?
Yes,
And you don't own
you you
anything, and you
you
have to
buy the
stream it,
subscription. You buy the subscription to Stadia,
and
then
you have
you
to have a
can buy.
subscription too.
Yeah, there is a free version, but what was it? You only get.
Do you still need
Let me look up
the controller, or is it open now where you can play with any controller?
I
I
think you
think
still
you're
need the
able to
controller.
use.
You can use any controller.
I think you may be able to use any controller. I know you're able to use the Xbox controller with it.
Okay.
The
Really? How
old,
do they?
the
Because
Xbox
all it
One.
is a program.
Yeah, but I
So
think
if you don't have the controller, I don't know how you even,
because
work
at
the
the
program.
beginning you were supposed to have to use the Stadia controller, but it was supposed to open up eventually to use any controller, any kind of
No.
device. I don't know if that happened yet.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's see,
So,
what was Stadia? What was it? The Stadia tier list?
is that it? I don't know. So those different subscriptions.
Yeah.
Uh,
So let's see.
so let's talk some more. Next gen. So got the PS5. Junior's had it for about what, a week now, June? For
yeah,
Mr. Gainer. What do you think
yeah,
of it?
it's been about a week. It's been good. I mean, my main focus has just been playing a lot of PlayStation 4 games since I skipped that generation and never got a PS4, so just playing a lot of that backlog.
There isn't a whole lot of that's very next gen for it yet. Anyway, what's it? God's Fall, is that it? God's.
Yeah.
That's only like one that only exists on PS5 that doesn't have a PS4 counterpart.
Yeah. Miles Morales has PS4, PS5.
How about the new Demon Souls?
That's only on PS5.
Oh, okay.
Um, it's a remake. They
Yeah.
made a remastered on PS4.
Yeah. So Teddy, I know you wanted to talk about this, so we'll start with you. What's your next big purchase that you plan on making?
Oh, actually, I was looking forward to maybe a a 4K Ultra TV, maybe OLED, um, but maybe something LG or Samsung.
You want to go OLED? Get
Samsung.
those real good blacks. What's the
Yeah,
cheapest OLEDs they're making now? Have they gotten cheaper?
actually, they said around this year, end of this year, next year, Vizio is going to start making the OLEDs and the UHDs, ultra high def.
Uh huh.
So Vizio is going to start bringing those prices down. So 4K is going to start being more affordable next
Yeah.
year. That's what a lot of the
Well, 4K is
analysts are
already
saying.
super cheap now. Like these Black
Yeah,
Friday
it's cheap,
TVs.
1,500, 2,000, but next year it's going to be like 800, 500 for a cheap one
OLEDs.
at Walmart.
Oh, I see. How about you, Poot? You planning on any big purchases?
No, I
A
already
new
made a
game?
big purchase with the computer.
Oh yeah, so you just did. You just updated and got a new
Yeah,
PC.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you got.
It's a
Yeah, actually, I don't even really know what your specs are. Like, what'd you end up getting?
Let me see. I always forget, but I think it's a 5700X or 5600X. AMD.
Okay.
Eight core, or what do you call it? 8 core, 16 threads.
Did you go with AMD chip? I mean, not AMD, an Intel chip or a?
It's AMD. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it is.
AMD.
Oh, it is an AMD chip. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the card is just 1660 Super. I
Okay.
got it before.
It seems like AMD's really closed the gap with Intel now. They're way more cost effective.
Yeah, the new cards that got announced are not what people. I think people are expecting it to be on par with Nvidia, and they aren't. And their cheapest one is 600, while Nvidia's cheapest one is 500. So they have like a middle spot. Like they're not as expensive as the most expensive Nvidia,
Mm-hmm.
but to be honest, like Nvidia is doing everything, almost everything better other than video RAM.
Mm.
So it's kind of still in Nvidia's favor. But I don't know. We'll see.
What
Maybe
hard
next
drive?
year.
What kind of hard drive did you put on it?
It's a terabyte.
2 terabyte.
Yeah. And then I got my old 1 terabyte on there.
Do you have? Are they both the regular
I have a well,
disk-based hard drives, or do you have an
yeah, they're
SSD?
just regular hard drives, and then I
Okay.
have a
Do you have a small one for your
NVMe.
OS? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have one just at the NVMe
Oh.
DL2. So that's super fast, but that's just hard drive. I mean, that's just the operating system for the most
Mm,
part.
okay.
In a few games, like I'll put some games on there, so they'll load super quick.
What's your best looking game on that?
I don't know. I don't have like the newest game. Maybe Battlefield 5, I guess, would be the best looking game on here.
Yeah.
Maybe Battlefield 1 or those. I tried Battlefield 1 on ultra settings, and I can play it at around like 40 some frames a second.
With the ray
Huh?
tracing?
No, that's with ray tracing off.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
Couldn't roll that.
if you had a, that was kind of the big letdown with the AMD cards, which was that when they were tested against the NVIDIA cards, and they're supposed to have this new ray tracing, algorithms inside of it and stuff, and it was nowhere near NVIDIA.
It's kind of weird. A lot of games nowadays, PC games, they're kind of specialized for one company over the other, aren't they?
Some,
Oh
Sometimes
yeah.
yeah.
So like some games,
some games will be
actually are
made.
better on AMD cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
But
been noticing that with a lot of streamers. They'll
yeah,
say that.
so I mean, you can go with AMD and you'll get some games that'll look better, but more games look better on it. I shouldn't say look better, but have more frames. You get more frames from
Okay.
NVIDIA on your mainstream games, and then NVIDIA just always has everything tested out, so the drivers are always better on day one, whereas AMD always takes a while to catch up.
Hmm.
But they are catching up, and so I'm hoping in a couple years, AMD will actually be on par with NVIDIA. Because I mean, AMD is caught up with Intel, so that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can see them catching up with NVIDIA eventually.
How about you, Gainer? I know you just made a big purchase with your PS5. Anything else on the horizon?
No, I think just keep looking at games, Black Friday coming and everything like that, and games on sale. Look to see if there's anything there that I want to pick up, though I got too much to get through already. But no, nothing else really looking on the horizon to buy.
Speaking
Um.
of,
Yeah.
um, looking back, Junior, what games in the library, your backlog, do you want to get for your PS5 that were PS4 games?
Um,
Well, you
like
already have a lot of the ones you've been wanting, huh?
I do have a lot like Final Fantasy 15 I never played. I want to look to see about Final Fantasy 14, so I'm interested in giving that a try. But I'm not sure about the whole
Ooh.
subscription system if I want to jump down to a subscription online game. Um, Other things, I mean, the ones I can think off the top of my head are the ones that are I already am going to go through because I have to kind of go through and see the different stuff because I didn't.
Detroit.
Detroit's on there, Being Human.
Oh
I want
yeah,
to play Resident Evil 7, of course, get through that. I'd like to go through and get the
How about the remakes
RE2,
like RE2 and
yeah,
3?
RE2 and RE3 remakes. I know
Yeah.
those are going to be on sale, so I was looking at that.
I like 2 a lot. Did you like 3, JP, or were you disappointed?
Of which one?
The RE remakes, Resident Evil 3.
Oh, I thought it was actually good. I was surprised.
With 3?
Yeah, because people were saying it sucked
Yeah.
because some parts are missing. But I was surprised how good it was.
And for three is one like I never replayed too many times. I
Yeah,
mean, it was
Yeah.
first
I don't
release.
think I even beat it on
I
regular.
don't even
Oh,
like the
I
original
remember
three.
we rented it and we played through it.
Three. Where did three take place at?
It's in
Raccoon
like
City.
it's the same time as part two. It's not very good in my opinion.
In the police station?
It's on
Well,
another
you
part of
you do
town.
go in this new game. You do go to the police station for a very small part of the game,
Okay.
but
And this is the one where the helicopter gets shot down.
No, that's part two.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
but
still
it
playing
does
2.
have like a helicopter thing
I'm still playing
scene.
2 right now, and I like it a lot.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember. I can't remember like the separation
the
of
third
two
game
and
has a
three.
dodge mechanic.
It has Nemesis in it.
Have they?
Yeah,
What's the next remake they're planning on? Are they gonna
part
do Code
four.
Veronica?
Four.
Oh, they're going
Yeah,
straight to 4?
you guys didn't hear about that huge leak that happened?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I remember
Capcom,
you sent something.
the
Yeah.
Capcom
Capcom got
data.
hacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Or you know,
yeah.
like
Tell us about it. What happened?
Terrorists.
so there's
terrorists.
well, it's like an online. I mean, the hacker group or something, but they wanted 11 million
Ooh.
in bitcoins. Uh, they had access into the server, so Capcom. I think this was right that they said no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And so then they said, okay, fine, we're going to release stuff, and they did, and they released the entire schedule of
Oh.
games, so
So
everything for
what's
the
on
Street
next
there?
Fighter Six.
till 2222. Yeah.
Street Fighter Six, Super Street Fighter Six, and Ultimate Street Fighter Six.
No, it's
No,
not.
there was no ultimate, but
No,
there was
there's
a
three of
super.
them.
Really?
There was
I
three of
didn't
them,
see it.
Jeff.
I didn't see an ultimate. I just saw Street Fighter 6 and then Ultra. I mean, sorry, Super Street Fighter 6.
And then there was
What?
Ultra Super Street Fighter Six at the very bottom, coming out in
Championship Turbo Edition?
2023.
Well, you know, I prefer that because after Street Fighter 5, I don't want that anymore. Where it's a subscription-based game, I
Yeah.
don't want that. I'd rather
Well,
pay for
that's what
installments.
this looks like. It's gonna either gonna be subscription based, or they're gonna say season pass. Season pass part one is gonna be Street Fighter. Season pass
Well,
season two
wasn't
is gonna be Super Street Fighter.
no? I think if I saw right, it said 2021 was Street Fighter 6, and then 2022 was Super Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
So I think that this just going to be a new disc to be released, and you could probably upgrade without the disc, I guess.
Yeah, here it is. Resident Evil Outrage quarter 2021. Dragon's
Outrage.
Dogma 2 quarter 2 22. Street Fighter 6 quarter 2022. Rockman Match quarter 3
What? A new Mega
2022.
Man?
Yeah, it looks like a Mega Man called Mega Man Match.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4 remake quarter 4 2022.
2022?
Yeah.
2 years
quarter
away?
4. Onimusha. Onimusha, yeah, there you go.
They're making a
New
new one?
York. Yeah, quarter 2022.
Interesting.
Monster Hunter 6 quarter 2 2023. Biohazard Apocalypse quarter 3 2023. Super Street Fighter 6 quarter 4 2023. Final Fight Remake quarter 2 2024. Power Stone Remake quarter 3 2024.
Wow, finally.
What?
Ultra Street Fighter 6 quarter 4 2024. And Resident Evil Hank quarter 4 2024.
Honk.
Hunk?
No, Hank, Hank, that's what it says on here.
Not Hulk?
It's supposed to be honk though.
Oh,
The
Honk
way they
is
say it is honk.
Honk. Well, yeah, I guess you could say
I
honk.
guess, yeah.
because that's the character from.
Yeah, but it's an English name.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's the guy that isn't it? It's not the what do you call it?
the mercenary.
Mercenaries. Yeah, mercenaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, Raiders just scored a touchdown.
I know, but there's still time left, and I'm scared. I know how good Kansas City is. They'll just drive it up there.
So, access to Stadia is free, and you can play with any. It says you can play with any remote control you have.
Oh, you can? Okay. And you can just
And
buy
then-
the game for $60.
Yeah, and then if you get Stadia Pro, you have access to free games instantly, with more added every month, exclusive discounts, play up to 4K HDR with 5.1 surround sound.
Oh, you get.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get access to games kind of like PS Plus or
Yeah, so you get
Xbox.
access to the game, plus you get the 4K HDR with,
Oh, okay.
if you're first of all, if
I don't even know
your
if I want to.
internet's going to be able to support that.
Yeah. Okay. So you could play for free. You just have to buy the game and then.
Yeah. So yeah, if you
Interesting.
can just go on there and buy a
Can
game,
you
it's
do a
like
free
I don't
month? Can I
want
just play it on the PC
to.
for like
Is there
free
maybe there's a free?
any free demos? I want to know how good it works.
Well, you get a free game with Stadia Pro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
If you
maybe
sign
I
up with
should.
Stadia Pro, you get a free game with it, and then you can just cancel at any time, and then go use the free version.
Maybe I'll do that for the next cast. I'll give a review of Google Stadia. But
What are you gonna play on?
I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Um, what else were we talking about before? Resident Evil. Oh, and purchases. So Gainer said he just got his PS5. Mine, I'm looking at getting a Raspberry Pi. You know, the new 4 board's been out for a
From
while.
Costco, because they our last thing with Apple there.
Raspberry Pi
Good
4.
company.
Just a 4 GB board. They even have an 8 GB board, but I don't think I need that much
Yeah.
What would you use it
RAM.
for?
For retro gaming.
Yeah, no, if it's for retro, you don't
More
even need 4 gigs.
Yeah, I can get by with 2 probably.
How much
Are you
can it
gonna-
emulate though?
What's that?
How much can it emulate? Like
Up
what's
to, well, the Pi 3 I think can go through PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I mean, my phone can go up to Wii U. You can do Saturn and Dreamcast.
really?
Yeah, I don't know about PS2. Does anybody really emulate PS2? Is there any good
Um,
ones out there?
Yeah,
Just
there is.
dedicated, a lot of dedicated ones.
What is it? PCSX?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? For
Something like that.
oh, okay.
I got it running on my last build. I haven't tried on this new on this new one. It should easily play it
Yeah.
without any lag whatsoever.
It'd be nice to be able to get through PS2. But as long
Yeah,
as I have
PS2 is my
Saturn.
favorite.
Yeah, Saturn, PS1. Because I really like
think
those
My
2D
favorite system was the
games.
GameCube. Like
GameCube.
of all time, if I had to go back and rehab a system, the GameCube or the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. Like, GameCube was like where Nintendo lost.
Yeah. Even more than the
No, they had
N64?
some awesome, amazing. Come on,
I'm not
Rogue
saying they didn't.
Squadron.
I'm not saying they didn't, but the Super Nintendo by far was like the best thing they've done. Like that's what everybody just bought as Super Nintendos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Genesis was cool and everything, but it just didn't.
But I think GameCube has some nostalgia for me in a way though, because partly that was the first system I bought with my own money.
Yeah.
I got to the store super early at Toys R Us, and the kid took my Spice Orange GameCube, and
Ah.
he lucky was that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you had it? You had the Spice Orange one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had it in
yeah.
his hand and someone took it.
Yeah,
Oh, that.
the guy,
Okay,
had,
you
yeah, the
told me
guy
that
put it up
story.
on the counter. I had my hand on it, and I was like, "How much?" And I went to reach for my wallet, and the kid's like, "Mommy, mommy," and snatched it off and ran. I was like, oh, and I knew that was like the limited edition one.
Just smacked him in the back of the head and said, "Give me that."
I was gonna rock bottom him. No, but yeah, that was my favorite. My favorite system of all time, if I had to choose, was like I know a lot of people were PlayStation, but for me, it just I don't know. I just
Yeah, PlayStation had Metal Gear was all
mm,
different, like it was, and then there was Silent Hill. There
Silent
was Resident
Hill,
Evil 1.
Uh,
It was like
the
a big
siphon
deal.
filter. Oh my god, it was.
Oh yeah, Siphon Filter. I still have that.
Siphon filter. I never
I
played
still
it.
have it.
I always thought it was like a rip-off of Metal Gear.
They had a
Um,
bunch of those like when
No,
South
it's way different than Metal Gear.
Is it?
Yeah, it's stealth game, but it's
Oh,
all
I'm
first
thinking
person.
not Siphon filter. I'm thinking
you thinking
Splinter
the guy-
Cell.
Splinter Cell, yeah.
Oh, Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell always made me think of a rip-off. Siphon filter. I totally forgot about that
Yeah.
series.
There,
That
a
was
lot
more
of
like Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
a lot of games there in that era had that cover system where your
Yeah.
cover stealth. There was one on a train. You were played as a guy and a girl, and you're on a train. You had to go from get key card to key card and go for. And it was a third person, cover based kind of shooter.
There was was Dino Crisis on a train? Well, which one was on a train? Which Resident
Dino
Evil game?
Crisis went to
Resident Evil
space.
Zero.
Zero,
was
yeah.
on a train.
Resident Evil 0, yeah. That one was all on a train too.
Yeah, I like that one with the giant slugs.
Yeah, I never finished it. I remember renting it.
Do you guys remember way back on the GBA X versus Sever?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That game
Yes.
was
Oh my god!
amazing.
And then they made the movie because it's based on the movie.
Yes, based on the movie, but I never even heard of the movie. But this game was like amazing. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I have it still.
Oh, do you? That game was like
Yep.
an amazing ah
It
touchdown
was the
Kansas
it
City.
was the first one that I saw. Yeah, I don't know if Doom came first or that one for the GBA. But it was the
Oh,
first game that I played that was like a 3D,
yeah, for the
style game.
GBA to have like I remember X vs. Sever, but I don't remember Doom if it came out first or not. But that was like amazing
Yeah.
things we can do.
Oh, I remember
Multiplayer.
that. We were in film class, or one of those were waiting for film class,
Yeah,
and we were remember this was like back when the what were those Max IMAX
yeah, over in the
in the
library.
library, yeah.
Yeah,
And I went on IGN and I saw X versus Sever
I had no idea what
video.
the heck that was. X vs. Who was in that movie anyway? It was like Antonio Banderas,
And Tony Banderas and what's her name?
Salma
Oh,
Hayek, or
no, no, no,
Catherine
no.
Zeta-Jones.
Catherine, yeah,
Oh, it was
her.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing game. Okay, I don't know where that came from, but for some reason that just popped into my mind.
Welcome to the club.
So, the odious it is in the holidays. How is this next gen affecting your holiday purchases or wish list this year?
Well, you know what? I thought I was going to be really happy with the PlayStation 4, and I was like, okay, I had the PlayStation 4 Pro. They're still
Are
going to be
you
making
having
games.
some like fear of missing out now that you just got a PS4?
No, but there's going to be a lot. There's the hype of the new fast load and fast travel, and
It is.
like
It's
I
very
think I
quick.
do want the PS5 now.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You feel
and
like all the talk is surrounding PS5? Do you feel?
yeah, not just because I want like I just want like I'm playing my PS4 now, and I've been watching all these PS5, and I'm like, dang it, why is this PS4 taking so long to load?
I don't think the jump to the PS5 graphics wise is
Uh,
anything
No,
that
it's not.
huge.
I don't think the load times. I mean, they're faster, I'm sure, but I don't think it's going to be huge difference. I mean, I can't
Well,
compare the
when
two.
you sit down for a 5 hour session, those load times make a big
I've
difference.
never minded load times
Oh,
as
I
long as
I
do.
think the biggest difference is going to be the frames per second.
yeah,
It's going to be so different. It's going
it'll
to
be
be
a
up to
lot
120.
smoother.
No, I don't. I think they're gonna.
But
It's
not
the frames
everybody's
per
TV
second.
even hits 120
Yeah, I think
hertz.
frames per
Yeah, but I
second
think
are
people
gonna
will
Yeah.
frame per
start going
second are
for
gonna cap out at
higher refresh
120.
rates.
I think frame per second is going to cap out at 120 max, but they're going to go for more high fidelity. They're going to go for quick loading stuff.
Yeah,
I
Is
but
think
I'm
that's
talking about. I mean, quick loading is just like a day one awesome thing, and then you're like, eh.
yeah.
I mean, what's gonna really push it is how many frames does this game get on
Can your eyes even
PlayStation?
see much more than 60?
Yeah, you can. I, I
it
can tell.
depends, I guess.
I can tell you from playing like Battlefield multiplayer for years
Uh,
that there is a difference when I played it in 60 going to 144.
really?
Yes, I could see
Okay.
things a little faster because there's just more filler there, if you will. You
Yeah,
have more
the in
information.
Well,
betweens.
it's like some people can see
They,
with the 2010. Some people can hear certain frequencies.
I don't know if
You,
it's like that. What
yeah,
I
no,
say
no,
is,
no.
like, let's
It
say
just
this. Let's say this in this scenario. There's a guy. He's gonna come out of the doorway, but I don't know yet, and I'm gonna shoot him as soon as he comes out. Now, in 60 frames per second, when he pops out on that frame, he's probably already most of his body's showing. Let's say, for example, on 100, 144 or 120, half his head is showing. So you're alerted a little faster, and you can react a little easier. It's very minute, but it's definitely there.
well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like there's always the bell curve of certain people who are not going to get a benefit. Like me,
Yeah.
I would never be able. I'm on the outside. Well, I'll never be able to play reaction games
Right.
as
Okay.
easy as somebody. I would never be able to see some of the colors on these high definitions like somebody. I have bad vision. I'm never going to be able to hear a lot of the high definition surround sound that the Dolby 4.5 Atmos just because I'm hard of hearing. So that's just me personally. I won't be able to see that.
Yeah, I
Now,
would say
John
this.
Paul,
I'm saying there is a difference, but as far as like people who are going to play adventure games and
mhm,
RPGs, you're probably not going to care so much about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
If you're going to play first person and third person shooters online, like competitive stuff, it's going to
mhm.
matter.
Yeah, something like even like Spider-Man, you can
But
it matters because you're trying to dodge and hit
I
do timing.
Yeah, I think it's not going to be everything, but playing games from the last gen, which was like 45 frames per second, sometimes 60, and now you're going up to beyond 60, like 90. Let's say the new average will probably be 90. That's a
oof.
big deal, I think.
I
And for
thought
Did
I
they?
navigating,
thought
you
like
use the
physiology, like just our body, our biology, physiology. We like eyes couldn't tell a difference after a certain point.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
that's
can't
true.
tell.
That is true.
I'll
That is
say this.
true. But it varies. There is a range that we
Oh, it
can see
is.
from so and so to
Yeah.
so and so, and that range cuts off. Just like with our vision, our light spectrum could see from so and so to so. Now, some people can see a little bit lower and a little bit higher in those spectrums, but we're still in a range.
Well, I can tell you that I can see a difference between 60 and 90 frames per second.
Really? Okay.
But from 90 to 144, it is super hard for me to notice.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I can definitely tell from 30 to 60, but then
Oh
Yeah.
above
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
60,
it's much easier at those ranges.
I can tell from 10 to
like
20.
even resolution, like I don't think I've seen an 8K TV yet, but I mean, I can barely notice the difference from a 1080 to a 4K. Can we really see the difference
I
between a
You
4K to an
can,
I
but
8K?
I
you
can't
will be.
notice 8K if it's right in my face. Like I can't notice. I notice if it's like a 1080p huge TV,
Yeah.
then it's easy to tell the difference.
The
1080
difference is
to
the
4K.
smells. The smells are different on the higher ones. Sorry,
The
Which ones?
smells.
the
The
smells are
smells.
different.
That's
Yeah,
what they have to
what
start
Bob?
incorporating smells into the controllers.
No,
No. Some people's controllers already smell because they don't wash their hands. And but what I was gonna say is, what was I gonna say? I forget.
Something about FPS.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, continue.
I was going to say. I was looking at. Have you guys seen the head-to-head arcade tables that One Up is making?
Oh no, they're doing
Yeah,
head to head.
It's 12 games and they're head-to-head. It's like a big screen in the middle, and it's like you see your half is your way and the other half is the other person's way. 6 Street Fighter games. Then also has Darkstalkers, Final Fight, 1944, Ghosts and Goblins, Strider, and Commando.
Do you really need 6 Street Fighter games?
It's a
Street Fighter
one-up
1.
machine.
What's that?
It's a one-up machine.
Yeah, head-to-head arcade table 1 up. Street
Head.
Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion, Street Fighter 2
Did
Dash.
you say Street Fighter 1?
Yeah.
Oh my
Street
gosh.
Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2.
Oh, this. Oh, how do you play
Oh,
fighters like that?
huh?
Oh, it's like you. It's one of those flat ones where you're just looking at the table.
remember at Roller Town in Visalia,
The image is
they had
Oh,
fan ones.
what was that 3D fighter? That optical illusion fighter game that they had?
the dome.
Yes, that game.
Yeah,
Uh,
You remember that?
No,
I
what's this?
It was awesome, but
It was a
actually it was a crappy game.
it
But
was
I
a
mean,
3D
the
dome
effect
fighter.
was awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the effect.
You remember that? What's in the original?
it's called Time Traveler.
What is it called?
It looked like
It's
Alex.
the cowboy that go around.
What was the name of the game, Junior?
Time Traveler
Time
or
Traveler.
Hologram Time Traveler.
Hologram, something. Yeah. Let me see. You remember the thing it reminded me of was that thing from Star Wars where they play that chess game and it's 3D.
Yeah. In Star Wars, what is that called? That game. I can't even think of it. But this
Hologram.
time traveler one, I
You
remember this now.
Let me see.
This game was
can
crazy.
buy it for 15,000 on eBay.
Jeez. I
It's
totally forgot
fine.
about that. That's the only game that really used that kind of cabinet, huh?
Yeah.
I remember it was like a dome. Yeah, I'm not sure if
This
this
little
is
half dome kind of thing. Huh. All right, guys. It looks like Raiders lost.
Yeah,
Oh,
I knew they were gonna come back.
Jeez. You guys left him too much time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well-
Now we can go play some D&D. Good night. Well, not good night, but good night
night.
to our audience.
All right.
Mhm.
well, good morning.
Or good morning. This was
Oh.
Scattercast from Scatterbrain
Ladonia.
Studios crew with Dirt, Poot, Gainer, and Theodius signing off. You
Yep.
guys want to plug anything?
Nope.
Any
Listen-
last
Listen,
words?
like, smash that subscribe button,
Oh, no.
comment in the comment.
Unless you're
Bob,
listening on podcast,
Tell us
then
what you want to hear.
subscribe. Yeah, and then yeah, we'll see you guys next week. And stay healthy, stay safe, and have fun. Scatterbrain ST is our Twitter handle. Oh, Scatterbrain, yes. Scatterbrain ST. And see you guys all next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.